Hey guys, this is Mark, and I got a quick message to the neurotypical spouses out there. And if you have been one of those spouses that have, well, my autistic spouse doesn't have any emotion, there's no empathy, he's a hologram, he's a robot, he's an automaton, it's like being married to Mr. Spock, and that you think he's devoid of emotions, I got news for you. He needs love and understanding just as much as you do, as a highly sensitive, intuitive, neurotypical wife. Individuals with ASD, despite what's been widely written and talked about, do have emotions. In fact, I'll go so far as to say, more often than not, they're rich with emotion, not devoid of it. And I think the more modern literature is starting to reflect this in a more accurate way. Now, the difference, though, is their response, okay? They have emotion, of course, but they don't display emotion to the same degree or in the same way as neurotypicals. People on the autism spectrum, I can guarantee you, are often very lonely. They can be very anxious much of the time. Many of them are depressed, chronic low-grade depression as a result of feeling out of place in the world. So it would be great if you could begin the process of accepting the fact that you and your ASD spouse don't think alike. Never have, never will. And this means that you are likely to misunderstand one another chronically. Chronic misunderstanding. Now, if you want to, okay, well, he should understand me. He should know how I feel. He should know what he's supposed to do based on how I feel. He's being insensitive, uncaring, selfish, narcissistic, and sociopathic. If that's your train of thought, then you're going to take this chronic misunderstanding that has happened and will continue to happen as a personal insult. So that's really the message to this video here. Don't take the fact that you're chronically not on the same page as a personal insult. I'm not saying that it won't hurt at some level, but I'm saying you don't need to take it personally. So when your autistic husband, for example, says or does something that seems hurtful, you can trust that it was not intended the vast majority of the time. 98% of the time, the things that he says or does that are hurtful, and they are hurtful, there's no malicious intent behind there. And when you say or do something that he takes offense at, you can trust that he's misunderstanding you. So this misunderstanding goes both ways. So please begin the process of accepting that you don't experience life the same way. The two of you don't. His obstacles, interests, complaints, frustrations are likely to seem illogical to you. I've lost track of the number of times the NT wife has said, well, Mark, you say he's so logical. I don't think he's logical. Oh, he's very illogical. No, he's very logical. It's just that you don't understand his logic. Why? Because the two of you are wired differently. You don't understand his thoughts and feelings and logic any more than he understands yours. So stop it with the taking offense that because we are never on the same page, therefore I need to be distraught. Okay? Radical acceptance. Both of you are in the same boat in this marriage, but you're wired differently. So it would be best to, given the cards we've been dealt, this tough position that we're in right now, we have to extend grace and mercy and compassion to one another. Because if we don't do it to one another, nobody else is. We have to accept the fact that we chronically misunderstand one another, and we have to stop taking it personally and find communication strategies to work around this completely different wiring that we have. She's intuitive, highly sensitive, very wants deep emotional connection, super high in emotional and social intelligence, social and emotional skills, social and emotional needs. He's low. Okay, so there's plenty of ways to work with that. And not to make this video sound like a commercial, I have groups and I also do individual counseling. The link's below this video.